Hello there, it's the 8th of November 2009 and I thought I'd show you my Super Wild Card for my Super Nintendo. I'm having a bit of a SNES Sunday today, and the Super Wild Card is a backup device for the Super Nintendo. My version that I've got is the 24 megabit version, which means it can play any game or ROM up to 24 megabits in size. That's quite a lot of games, excluding some of the larger ones such as Street Fighter 2 and the sequels and those kind of things. As I said, this is the 24 megabit version, though there is a 16 megabit version as well, and there's also a 32 megabit version, which is a bit rarer. This is the main menu that you see when you turn on your Super Nintendo with the wild card plugged in the top. The wild card just pulls out power from the Super Nintendo. There's no extra power supply needed. And you can see that you get 4 options. I'm going to go firstly to right across to the right, where you can see sort of like a SNES cartridge icon. If I select that option there, what it allows me to do is I can play the game that's in the cart slot of the Super Wild Card if I so wish, so totally to bypass the device if I want. What you can also do as well, you can actually back up the game, so you can go down to data transfer, and if you select yellow, then it says cassette to disc and disc to cassette. Well, if you select cassette to disc, that will take a copy of the game that's currently inserted and save it to a floppy disk, which is very handy. I've just done this not a moment ago, so I'll show you the game running from a floppy disk in a moment. You can see that the game currently in the slot is Darius Twin, the game that I've just backed up. If we come back out of that menu, the exclamation mark allows you to set password settings and a few other things. The floppy disk icon, if you select that, it allows you to copy files, rename files, that kind of thing. But the most interesting stuff you can do from the magic card or wild card icon, which is this one here. If I select that option there, then what I can do is I can play a game from a floppy disk, or I can restore static RAM or backup static RAM. That's very handy, backing up static RAM, because what I've just done is I've backed up my Super Mario Kart static RAM using this option. That allows me to save my times and game data from my Mario Kart cartridge, save them onto floppy disk, which I can then transfer to my PC for backing up purposes. Why might I want to do that? Well, the battery in all SNES carts will be dying anytime soon, and if it dies without me saving my static RAM file, I'll lose all my times and things that I've set over the years. So I was really chuffed to be able to do that. However, if I go to play game, what happens is, you can probably hear it, the floppy disk drive is accessed and it displays a list of files that it finds on the floppy disk. Here we can see I made 2 static RAM saves, because I wasn't sure it entirely worked properly the first time, but it has. That's why I made SMK2. And you can see the 3rd file there on the floppy disk is Darius, the file that or the game that I backed up not too long ago. So what I can do is, say I want to play this game Darius from the floppy disk, what I can do is I just go down to it and select yellow. What will happen then is that the game ROM information is loaded from the floppy disk, which you can probably hear. And it's loaded into the memory, the RAM of the wild card. When it gets down to 0, that means it's loaded. It's getting there. It's quite slow, really. You know, it's certainly not as fast as loading the game from cartridge, but you know. And then now I get the option of running it in normal mode or memory mode. Memory mode allows me to sort of play games in slow motion and a few other bits and pieces. But what I will do is I will run it in normal mode. So I select normal mode. Now the game runs as normal, as you might expect. If I reset the game using the reset button, then it's just like playing from a cartridge. It just resets the game that you've currently that you've just loaded. If I actually want to reset properly, I have to power off and power on again. So if I do that, what I'll do this time is I'll put in a different disc. Now, so the options what you can do are you can back up your own games so that you never have to use your own cartridges, but mainly it's for playing ROMs that you might download from the internet. So if I select this option, go play game again, it seeks on the disc, and sees there's two ROMs on here. One is Pack Attack and the second one is Gradius 3. So let's load up say Gradius. Now I'm able to fit 2 whole games on this disc because they're both reasonably small games, but usually you can only fit 1 game on 1 disc if it's the later ones. Okay, this time I'm going to run in memory mode, and mainly for the reasons that if I can press L, R and start together, it returns to the menu. So let's try that. I've never tried this option before, so it might go horribly wrong. So there we go, loads up as normal. If I press start, you know, you can go into the game. The good thing is as well that the wildcard will allow you to play PAL and NTSC ROMs, you know, without the use of an adapter or anything like that, which is pretty cool. What I did then is I pressed start left and right, and that allows me to go into the sub menus to what I can do, restore memory or backup memory, or restart the game. So if I go back to restart the game, it's just like pushing reset button. So as you can see, the wildcard is a pretty cool bit of kit, and so hope you found it interesting. It's certainly a nice oddity to have lying around to have a play with. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.